The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newey Scruggs.
Let's ride on a Thursday. Right here, November the 10th, on the Players Lounge. Heckma Harris standing up, ready to talk to the people.
I don't know no other way.
Oh, Barry Church and I we gonna sit down.
I sweat too much. I can't be standing up, man.
Yeah.
I start
I mean,
sweating.
you looking good.
42.
Looking
Can
good.
you do something for me? Hey, boy, he tweeted up. Look at this man come in. Look at this, man.
Let me make sure my tie right.
I told him, I said, man, come on, dog. Wait. At least take the jacket off, man. These make it look like, you know.
Church deacon, man. What you talking about?
I'm
man?
telling you.
Pass the plate around for Mike McCarthy because it's his birthday. It's his coach's birthday.
Double M's birthday, huh?
It's his birthday. We just
He's going to knock on your door and give you some literature.
Barry Church, Jehovah's Witness. Gonna come out and get
Boy,
Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna let y'all ride.
I'm going to stop right there. I'm trying to get in.
You gonna get in, man.
I'm trying to get in.
You gonna get in. You gonna get in, man.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Just put in a good word for me, man.
Hey,
That's
boy,
all.
I'll tell you, I know some people that's already there. I'm just trying to get where they at.
You and me both, man.
So C.D. Lamb spoke. I just came from the locker room, Cowboys
Okay.
media session, and he was asked about Odell Beckham, and he said, "Man,
Talk to me.
He said, "That's my guy. He wants Odell Beckham Jr. here." Then somebody said, "Okay, well, wait a minute. You know, I think it might have been Clarence Hill or Calvin Watkins who said." Well, he's considered a number one, and you're considered number one. You have any issues with that? He's
I love it. I love it.
And he said, you know what? MG's a number one. I feel like when I got here my rookie year, we had 3 number ones. Why do you not want to have as many good football players as you can? So if you were looking for C.D. Lamb to fight back to say, nah, he's not Terrell Owens. He's actually about the team.
He's about the team, man. But I feel like that was a political answer, man. Because if them drops start, I mean, if them targets stop coming, you don't think he's going to be frustrated?
You had to see, and this is something I believe in, body language. How do you say it? The way he said it,
You know, I'll get right.
the way he said it was in that sense. No, the way he said it was in that sense of, you know,
Fine.
I looked up to Odell like he watched Odell going. So I'm just telling you, here's another Cowboy along with Micah Parsons is leading the train. That's all I'm saying.
Was
That's
Noah
all I'm
Brown
saying.
in that conversation?
You know what, man?
That's who you need to ask.
That's who you need to
That's
ask.
the man you need that's going to give you the real.
He gonna give you the truth.
That's who going to give you the
Because
truth.
everybody over there
Ask Noah
piling
Brown.
up, talking about, yeah, we need this guy, yeah, we
Yeah.
need that guy. So you know what they say, it rolls downhill. All right, so he becomes here, that dude becomes here, and then Noah Brown, he on special teams again?
Full disclosure, I was just in the locker room. I wasn't even looking for him.
See that? Boy,
I went and talked to Anthony Brown.
Okay.
Talked to Neville Gallimore. Went up to Cooper Rush. I said, hey, man, I ain't forgot about you, man. Other people.
Cooper Rush,
Other people, man. Me and Todd Archer were the only 2 that came up. And then I had a good conversation with Will Greer.
Hold on. You went Cooper Rush, Will Greer, you ain't talking to Noah?
Okay.
man, Noah was right there. I know Noah was right there, and you passed right by Noah.
Here's the thing. All right, so with Will Greer, somebody had told me Tuesday, and I want Will Greer to go. A lot of times, man, if you talk to a dude like Will Greer who played at West Virginia, who got juice, they can find out information for you. So Tuesday, I had somebody tell me that, hey, man, Jimbo Fisher may want to get the West Virginia gig because he's tired of dealing with everything at A&M. Because he's from West Virginia. I was like, So I'm like, hey, Will, this is just what I'm hearing. Would you want him? He said, oh, man. Oh, yeah. I said, well, do me a favor. Push out some calls. Because you got juice that I don't have. You know, people.
Got that cachet.
So that was why, because Will was walking by. Plus, Will's from North Carolina. He's from Charlotte, North Carolina. So, I got to talk to my Carolina people. But anyway, so then I looked up and I had to go. And I saw Jeff Chidia from NFL.com. So I was chatting with him.
Chidia in the building.
Yeah, so then I looked up, man, I had to go. So I didn't have time to talk to no Brown.
see,
I saw
like-
Jalen Tolbert walk by. I was like, I ain't going to even ask him.
It seems like everybody ain't got time for Noah Brown. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody,
And this
just
the thanks I
bypassing
get.
him. You see, the man started the season. He was balling.
Yeah.
Now let's just say, okay, brother, you could have went down there. You was already in the building.
What you talking about?
You
What you doing? You want me to go down there?
1:30, man. You the veteran.
What you talking about? They gonna look at me,
Veteran.
man. What is this dude doing up there? Big dog, you got the juice.
Yeah.
Got no juice.
What 3-time Emmy winner?
Tell them about it.
3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, my bad. 4 or 5? Oh, my bad. 10-time Emmy winner.
That man said 3.
You
Clip that.
You got me
Clip
mistaken.
Clip that.
My bad. That's all.
3. That man said 3.
Louis Scruggs, that name holds weight in here.
I didn't have time to look for Noah Brown.
It seems like a lot of people ain't got time for Noah Brown.
We talked about Noah Brown on the Media Mash, and they all dismissed his feelings.
That's what
man.
everybody's doing right now. They
Dismissed his
dismissing Noah Brown, man.
But Sunday, 3:25 in Green Bay, I bet Noah Brown, if he gets some targets, gonna put on a show.
I hope he does, man.
I hope
Put
he
on a
does
show.
too. I hope he does too. I hope this tight end group does. I mean, I think that's the missing link to this whole conversation that people are really not giving no credence or credit to. This tight end group is balling. I mean, and I know like that's how we do. Like at the free agent deadline, it was like, who we gonna get? Who we gonna get? We didn't get nobody. We need to get somebody. We need to get this person. Look, man. And for all intents and purposes, why had nobody said AB name? We hadn't heard AB. Yeah. Oh, what he too crazy, right? He too crazy. You don't want no parts of that.
You said AB, I think Anthony Brown.
No.
I think about the AB who I just talked to in the locker room. I just talked to AB in the locker room.
No. Since we need a wide receiver so bad, why hadn't we uncovered every stone? We're talking about a wide receiver that's coming off an ACL injury. We don't even know 2 ACL injuries. We don't know what he's going to be like, when he's going to be ready.
Sir, this is an Arby's. We're not serving Antonio Brown.
Okay.
We'll serve.
Okay.
I don't want what Brown can do for you. That's for sure.
Okay.
The players want Odell Beckham Jr.
I understand.
And clearly, Odell Beckham Jr. wants the Cowboys. He's just trying to get the deal he wants. But the players have spoken.
But see, what I'm saying is the players, they talking about Odell. We know what type of player he is. Do you really know what type of player he is? I mean, he's coming off his 2nd ACL injury.
But that's a different thing. You don't know his health, but they're talking about the kind of player. And obviously,
They want that player that he was.
Doesn't everybody's thinking.
Can he still be that guy?
I don't know. And this is where, okay, the players can have what they want. This is where Jerry, Steven, Will McClay, Britt Brown, Jim Mount. This is where they all get involved, and Odell's got to come on in there and show you, hey, here's something. Here you go. Check the knee out. So that's another conversation. But the players, and that was the thing we were talking about. The players, they want Odell Beckham.
Let me just say this. All right, Odell Beckham last year was part of the reason why the Rams got to the Super Bowl. Period. Out the end.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Part of it.
That first half, he would look like he was on his way to a Super Bowl MVP, the way that he was playing.
Oh, he was balling.
He was.
He was balling out, all right?
He was.
ACL injury, I'm telling you, like, I have admired him from afar, even when he played for the Giants. He is a baller. He is that dude. All these young kids, the millennials, they love OBJ. He's a part of that, and that's what you see from CD. He's like, hey, man, I can play with my idol, because he idolizes this dude in a lot of ways. We're talking about a team right now that has everything culturally going good on the right train. You know, the path is great. Your defense is leading. You have high character guys. You hear Zeke talk about how, man, who couldn't get into this locker room and mix in and be a part of this nucleus that we have. We don't need any shakeups. And I think this, in a way, it's just one of those things where it's conjecture, because no one knows. He has 13 different teams that he has to choose from. And, on top of that, we got a lot of guys that's going to be lining up, BC, looking for the bizag.
Got a lot of them.
So, Pastor,
What's happening?
why you resisted? You hear what the players are saying? You were a player?
Because like my man just said, why shake it up? Why fix it when it's not broken?
Because C.D. Lamb said, why not bring in more people? Why not bring in more good players? That's what they're saying, man. I'm just telling you.
And you're asking me why not, and I'm telling you why try to fix it if it's not broken? You leaning on the strengths. Your defense is balling. Your running backs is balling.
Okay, because they already made phone calls for Brandon Cooks. They made a call about Jerry Jeudy. So clearly the management has said, we need something else.
Those are two healthy players.
True. But this is where, okay, and you didn't get them, so now you're here. Okay?
Odell's the last shot we got.
Hey, Church.
Is he the missing piece to get this team to the next level?
Sometimes
That's a good question.
That's
the question.
Look, they feel they need a piece. This is probably the best piece right now out here, and you've got the players all saying, we want this.
What Dak say? What Dak say?
Great question. He's coming up last. So Dak, they brought out CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard.
Okay.
Then it was going into the locker room, and then Dak will come out last. So we should hear maybe toward the end of the show, we'll get a couple of tweets or some stuff like that. So that's it. But Church, I just feel a whole lot of resistance. You feel like
it's just not resistance. To me, it's like
you're kind of hostile, right?
It's not hostile. I'm just spitting the facts. The man's coming off of his second ACL. He's older in age. Like, are we really expecting this guy to come in and make these plays to get this team over the hump? And if not, what's the purpose of signing him? And he's already said he wants a place where he can call home. So we gonna give him a multi-year deal?
What does the owner always talk about? The owner always talks about being optimistic. 1 + 1 = 3.
I say he.
But where's the
GM
GM at then? I will talk to the GM then, not the owner. We talking to the GM right now. What's the GM's role going to say?
The GM always overruled by the owner around here, as we well know. So,
you slick, man.
I'm just trying to tell. I'm just laying out what I've been told. Okay, I understand. I feel like you're resistant, but this is the owner. The owner loves him. The coach out there endorsed him. Now you got the players. So
Newey the GM. What does Newey the GM? Because you always break it down.
He says no. The Newey the GM says no.
You're right. There's a lot of no stuff. But Newey knows the owner's going to overrule him. And when the owner wants something around here, a lot of times he's going to get it.
Let's deal with it. And I think we talked about it yesterday. The reality is that this team scored 49 points against a Bears team that nobody respects, but still 49 points nonetheless. You go out hypothetically this Sunday and you put up another 40-burger on Green Bay, and your wide receiver group and your tight end group ball out.
Okay.
Running back group ball out. Do you still feel like you're missing that piece? Because I think the thing that you're starting to see is Dak Prescott is starting to get in rhythm with his guys. And we don't have a situation where he's trying to force it into anybody. It's all in rhythm. It's all in balance. And will that piece adding Odell, will you feel like you have to force feed him? Will Kellen Moore, the guy that we are learning to trust?
Yeah, he's starting to show us.
He's starting to show us. Does he have to? I mean, we're still begging for Kevontae Turpin to get some looks and some specialty plays for him. So, I mean, everything is starting to come together for this team. And I think where I am, man, is that you finally see a talented roster put together. These guys have finally put the defense together. Man, the culture around here has much improved from where it had been. There are no leaks coming out of the locker room on anything.
Mm-mm.
Guys, want to talk about what number Odell potentially could wear here? Number
0?
6. He could wear 0. Number 6 is available right now.
Wait a minute.
6 isn't available.
6 ain't available.
That's Wilson.
Wilson. Right. 6 is not available. So 7's not available. They ain't gonna give me 8. Can't get 9.
13.
Can't get 10. Gallup is 13.
Oh yeah, Gallup. Yeah.
Do we got a 14 here anywhere? A 14? Okay.
Cox?
No. Yeah, you're
Jabril
right.
Cox.
Jabril Cox is the 14.
We got a 15
we got
already.
A 15.
Throw him in at 80-something.
Like 17
82.
is one of them.
82.
17 is one.
Stop.
That man gonna come out from Liberty High School.
What is it?
Give me my jersey right
Nah,
now.
you own one. That's why I can't take you serious. I'm done. I just realized what was happening here in this whole first second. I'm done.
It's available.
Nah. Go on, man. Go on.
Look at that list.
Look at that 82.
82. And y'all trying to start something. Y'all trying to start
What I
something.
say? I just said it was available. Okay.
What?
I believe 80 is available too. 80, 82.
Nah, I knew it. Stop. That man to come out from behind one of these walls and get that man 82.
What you say?
Nah, that's not happening. Not happening.
Let's take a break.
Nah,
Let's take a break.
He gonna come out of here. Hey,
I'm just saying. Hey, tweet us. What number should Odell Beckham wear? Because he can't wear 13.
Unbelievable.
Ekman Harrison, Barry Church, some New Scruggs Players Lounge. Brought to you by Tostitos.
Y'all got me sweating, man. Let me take this jacket off.
DallasCowboys.com.
Yeah.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, Shave Logic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit shavelogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to shavelogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Limited tickets for the remaining home games of the 2022 Dallas Cowboys season at AT&T Stadium are available now. Visit DallasCowboys.com/tickets on SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing provider of AT&T Stadium.
All right. I just tweeted it out there on the Players Lounge Twitter page. What number should they give OBJ?
Man, it's a lot of controversy going on during the break, y'all. America. That's all I got to say about that. So blasphemy going on.
What happens when the microphone's off stays off the microphone.
Man.
Ekman Harrison, Barry Church, I'm Newey Scruggs, David Praise on assignment. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos. It is Mike McCarthy's birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday,
Mike.
Big dog.
Big Mike. Always disrespecting my man.
Yeah, but you're okay now, right?
Huh? What you mean?
You okay with it, though? You okay now?
With the disrespect?
I mean, but you're okay now, right? Everything that happened, but you're good now, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Okay. You finna go to Green Bay? Go check out on his Airbnb out there?
I had a conversation with Jimmy Johnson yesterday, and I forgot to ask him about Mike McCarthy and just, is McCarthy good? Because so many people are like, hey, look, if he goes to the NFC Championship game, Jerry's not getting rid of him, not getting rid of him. And I've always said, he got rid of a dude who won 2 Super Bowls. So anything can happen. Now, granted, those two weren't getting along in Chapter 12, by the way. That's the book you want. That is in the book, Jerry and Me by Jimmy. That's the one you want to read. But look, the guy's done an outstanding job, and this I can say without a doubt. Mike McCarthy will coach somewhere next year because what he has done here will get him a job, and there's too many dysfunctional organizations right now who could use the leadership that he's had here. But he's done an outstanding job. It's his birthday today, and I tip my cap, and I said it during the bye week. Everything he's had to overcome as a coach to keep this thing going afloat has been very impressive.
Well, Jimmy Johnson was on 105.3 The Fan this morning, and the question was about Sean Payton and how he would mix in a situation with Jerry Jones as coach and owner. And he said, man, Mike, you got a good coach.
Yes.
Mike McCarthy is your coach, and he's doing a great job for those reasons that you just pointed out about the job that he did after Dak Prescott went out. So I think the people that know how hard it is to coach around here and hearing it from the horse's mouth, especially with someone who won Super Bowls with Jerry, is pointing out how good of a coach Mike McCarthy is. So I just think, man, for a guy that's continuously building this roster, getting better each and every season, the Mike McCarthy hate, man, it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, I think he's an extremely solid coach, man, and he's the guy that kind of put this whole coaching staff together from what I hear. I mean, he was the guy that brought Nolan in. He understood he made a mistake, fixed that by bringing Quinn in. And overall with this team, I mean, if you look at it, what were the negatives about this team before he came in? They couldn't start fast. You know, they always started slow. They're never ready to play. I think he's kind of slowly dismissed that. You know, last year it was huge with the penalties. I mean, everything. Penalties was killing this squad left and right. Ended up kicking them in the butt through that playoff game against San Francisco. Fast forward to this year, they started out bad. But slowly but surely, he's made this team a much more disciplined team and a team that has to be reckoned with. So as much as, you know, a lot of people poo-poo on him, including myself, I've had opportunities in taking shots on him. But I got to say, I mean, I think he's done a miraculous job out here, putting the pieces around him to make this team kind of a well-oiled machine. And right now, he's doing a damn good job of it.
Yes. You know, I mean, the man's not out here doing that wasteless clapping, not selling these stupid T-shirts.
This is a third.
Fight on there. I mean, the man's out here doing
You sprayed
work.
your spray this morning when you
That's
came
what I'm
just
saying,
a minute
man.
ago.
I thought that was positive spray.
It's positive for Mike McCarthy, my man. I got tape right now, by the way. I can pull it up. But me saying Mike McCarthy was the right guy for the job. Just letting you know. It's down from day one.
But we did drink the juice. Man, you drank the juice earlier. We did, man. We was
bathed in it, bro. We got that first year we was, oh my gosh.
It hurt.
Stupid. But the man has turned it around.
Yeah.
And when I think about players like a Dorrance Armstrong, okay, Dorrance Armstrong is playing his best ball. Remember how doom and gloom it was when Randy Gregory was gone? People were like, oh, no. I mean, it was talking like Randy White was leaving the team. Anybody missing Randy Gregory now?
No, not at all.
Randy Gregory doing kind of what I said he was going to do?
He ain't even on the field.
Thank you.
Just saw Sam Williams, and I'm telling you, he a big old boy.
That's a big man.
And future's bright around here.
I was like, when I say, I'm like, that's Sam Williams?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that dude is huge, man.
Yeah, we got some dogs in it.
Yeah.
Especially when you see Parsons, you know, because Parsons is no small guy, but next to him,
I was like, man, some big cats out here, man.
Okay, that's not Mike McCarthy talking about. We need to get bigger guys because you know your man Marinelli wanted
short, fast guys.
He wanted little ants.
He
out
called them
here
the penetrators, but
Pause.
I mean,
let's go.
You know what?
Let's go.
What bothered me about Marinelli? Yeah, you can. If you've got Warren Sapp, fine. You can have a small, fast guy. It's Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
You can't give me Tristan Hill. I'm talking about, no, it doesn't work like that. And who's the other dude? Antoine Wood. The legend in his own mind. The legend in his own mind. Antoine Wood. Like, man, come on, man. This is not. It's not cutting, especially in the playoffs, man.
The Twaka, whatever you call his name.
Twaka back in the day. Yeah, it didn't work, man.
That stuff doesn't win in the playoffs because they were getting blowed out in the playoffs with run game here. So Mike McCarthy was also about trying to get bigger people here. So I do, and I'm going to go to Green Bay. So I'm going to Green Bay.
Ooh.
And I did ask McCarthy this week, you know, if they had a tribute video for you, the fans, if they clap for you, would you welcome that? You know, would you be okay with it? And
I hope he said, man, all right, go ahead. What did he say?
He was like, first, are they clapping for me? He kind of, he's self-deprecating there. But I think it would be appreciated, and it's deserved. How many people win a world championship for your organization?
Not many.
And despite however he went out, when he comes back, there should be an appreciation. Especially you lost 5 straight games. There should be an appreciation. I remember when Ron Washington and the Rangers came back. About 2 summers ago when Michael Young had retired. Maybe it was 3. He was really worried about the reception because of the way things ended. Man, he gave such an ovation. He was just moved by it. And I just said, man, people don't forget when you take them places they haven't been or you allow them to win a championship. They've never been in the World Series. We took them there twice. Mike McCarthy won the last Super Bowl that they have here. That deserves an ovation. No matter how you felt about how it ended and all the different things people complained about, that man put up a ring, put up a banner. He's got a street named after him. That deserves a round of applause.
No.
When it come kickoff, fine. But beforehand, man, give him that.
So let me ask you this on McCarthy's side. Let's just say the Cowboys go up by 14 points, 17 points. Can you see McCarthy letting the foot off the gas pedal, or he just gonna rack it up?
You young, but Heckman, I remember. You remember Karate Kid. He said, fight fire with fire, no mercy, sir.
So there ain't gonna be no mercy, huh?
Sweep the leg.
Cobra Kai. You gonna Cobra Kai, man?
You put Cooper Rush in. Throw it. Finish him. Finish him. Do you have a problem with that, Mr. Lawrence?
No. Better
No,
not.
Sensei. No. Look, man. You can't. First off, okay. We thought they was okay against the Bears. Next thing you know, he cut the Bears.
Yeah.
So no. You don't let anybody. You do not in this league, man.
Yeah.
Not in this league. I mean, and you got 12. How many times have we seen how it's ended for the Cowboys
I've
with
been
12
face to
over
face with a lot of that.
Okay, everybody died.
Yep.
Everybody's died.
If he dies, he dies.
So you make sure you kill him, put a stake in this man, come back, put a couple more. No, don't sit around here and think, we're good. You know, I mean, somebody around there can talk to him about how 28-3 league can go away. So you just got to keep on pushing it, baby.
Wow.
Keep pushing.
No, I don't anticipate him backing off, and I don't anticipate Green Bay trying to reverse their karma by doing a tribute video either. So that ain't gonna happen. I mean, especially the fashion in which he went out and the way that he was treated. So, come on now.
But heck, at some point in time, can't we move on? By the way, Rasul Douglas, courtesy of Chris Beam, had a pretty interesting line. What he had to say in the locker room. Quote: "We suck because we suck."
Wow.
All right.
When it gets to that point, that's the kind of comments you're giving the media as a player.
That's the type of, man, I hate coming to work every day. That's the type of quote that is. Like, he's getting up like, man, you know what? Is this really worth it? Like, that's that type of quote right there.
He warmed that U-Haul up already. Rasul trying to get down to Florida, man. He don't have time for that.
Yeah, he ain't trying to do all of that.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, that's one of those where, man, don't let me pull his hamstring because you won't see me again.
Mm-hmm.
You won't see it.
It hurts.
About a week away.
Now, well, this is a statement. Well, would you say this is a statement game for the Cowboys then? Can this be a statement game? Maybe at the beginning of the season,
It can't be.
Huh?
It can't be.
Can't be. Which one? The game afterwards? We're talking
Minnesota.
Minnesota is a statement game.
I believe it is.
Okay.
Because we're talking about two teams that you're. Okay, if you beat a team that's lost 5 straight, then what have people are just going to say, okay, you beat a team that beat the Lions. The Lions beat. So, but if and I'm anticipating Buffalo winning this game, even with Josh Allen with the elbow. So that'll make Minnesota 7-2. I anticipate the Cowboys win this game. That'll make them 7-2. This is going to be a game to be number 2 in the division record-wise because Philadelphia at worst will be. Even if they get beat by Washington this week. And you got to please forgive me because I maybe I just don't understand this. Green Bay, they still have Aaron Rodgers, and they're still a dangerous team. I'm not underestimating this game. I think you have an opportunity as a franchise not only to get this win for your head coach, but let it be known that this is one of the franchises that has. When you go back over when we get these booklets, media notes,
that show like franchise record. This is one of the few teams that has a winning record versus you as a franchise. So, I mean, there's still the nostalgia around the matchup itself. And Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers, and I think that's what makes it so dangerous. But, yes, I feel like for this defense, for sure, you want to go in there and beat them up. Mm-hmm. You don't want to just win. You don't want to pull out a 3-point victory against a team like Green Bay. You want to go out there and you want to dismantle them. And defensively, and even for Dak, this is a big game for Dak Prescott. Okay, what nobody says, even for these receivers, they could be talking all this OBJ talk. Let that be a distraction if you want to. These guys got to go out here and put it on the line because they're under the microscope as well.
Now, when you say big game, I go back to my conversation with John Madden. They're all big. But when you said statement game with Minnesota also plays into potential home field advantage. So that's why I talked about that being a statement game. That, if they're both 7-2 and they go out to Minneapolis, this is going to be a game that's going to have a meaning along the way for you. So that's when you say statement game to me, that's what I mean. But as far as big game goes, they're all big.
August 1st, you had us losing this game, correct?
No.
You had us winning in Green Bay?
I told you. I had Green Bay missing the playoffs. I had Minnesota with it.
Okay.
You did.
Yeah, so no, I'd always thought this was going to be a problem year for them. They didn't replace Adams. Defensively, I didn't think they were as good. And I personally am not that big on the coach. and your special teams has been an issue for them. They just haven't cared about it.
Struggle.
And even though you got Rich Bisaccia there, they're still bad. I talked to Rick Goslin the other day. I mean, nobody does special teams rankings and goes into it more than him. He's like, they're still bad. It's like, they're still bad. So the Cowboys are the better team. That was something that I was talking about to I came out of the media match. And I said, I'm going to talk about an area I think the Cowboys are better in. And then Claire said, the whole team?
Pretty much.
Like they're a better team. He said they're better everywhere. And I just anticipate this team coming off a bye to handle their business. And I'm looking forward to Minnesota and what it could be.
Cavante Turpin gets a touchdown.
Talked to C.J. Goodwin and Luke Gifford this week about that. And they feel like, this is his time.
He's been close.
Green Bay's bad. I mean,
they are bad, man.
Somebody miss a lane, right? Somebody not good, and you know from playing, injuries are gonna happen in the game. All of a sudden, you get somebody who's got to fill in for somebody else on special teams, and they miss this gap, go over here too much, and the bam. So I think you're right.
Turpin got the speed to do it.
I think you're gonna be eating your Tostitos, and next thing you know, bam! Oh, all the way.
Let's go.
The dog has been walked.
Yes. He walked into Appleton. So yes, I would not be surprised against this special teams unit if they get down here. They talking to the guys in the locker room. This is a confident team, and not in an arrogant type of way. They go out and they handle their business, and I think the head coach deserves credit for developing a culture which there's substance. Too many times we've seen Cowboy teams with style, and you've wondered how much substance. This is a team that feels we see so much substance with them. You see it by the guys who've stepped up, as other people have been. Tyler Smith, a Cooper Rush. We keep seeing it. Jake Ferguson. We keep seeing it time and time again. The moment's not too big for anybody. Everybody has faith in other players coming and doing the job. They're there to support them. You got a guy like Tank Lawrence who's now playing back to the way he was with a Micah Parsons on the other side. There's a lot of positives that you look forward to with this football team, and I think they go ahead and handle their business this week, and then we talk statement game next week, man.
Jimmy Johnson also, in his interview on 105.3, said that Micah Parsons is the best player he ever seen.
That's high regards because he coached a lot of cats, man.
Yeah,
That's
he said
high regards
that
right there, man.
Jimmy talked about 5 characteristics that he wants in a player, and one of them that Micah Parsons fit. We'll talk about that next as we take our break with Heckman Harrison, the Pastor Barry Church, Newey Scruggs.
Pass the plate.
This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Tostitos on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to the Players Lounge.
That's too much. A new groundbreaking collection is brought to you by Dak Prescott, Jordan Brand, and the Dallas Cowboys, fusing sneaker culture with football, making this collection the very first of its kind. Come grab your favorite style at the nearest pro shop or log on to shop.dallascowboys.com, a Fanatics experience.
Like that pocket square?
Man,
you looking smooth though. You looking smooth.
Hey man,
got the pearly whites going on, man.
I tell you, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. We got some fun folks who follow the show, man. We got some fun folks who follow the show. Follow Players Lounge, baby.
What is this, man?
Hey, man, who did that to you, man?
I want to see where these people come from with this, man.
The internet's undefeated, man.
It's all good though.
Heckman Harris.
Man, what is really going on, man?
Newey Scruggs, the Players Lounge.
Well, y'all something else out there in Twitter land.
It's a cold world out here.
You look good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. You
better get a blanket.
You're looking good, Heck. You're looking good.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Heck.
What up, man?
It's okay. Follow the show on Twitter. Players_lounge. Okay. Follow
Chris Bean lives for this.
You can also
stuff,
you can also watch the show there too. Also catch us on Spotify. I didn't do it
from 3. Chris Bean, baby, off the top rope, baby.
Oh my God!
Man.
What did he do, baby? Let's do it.
Cousin.
Yeah.
We're brothers.
See.
Singing it. We're
somewhere along the way, Heckman and I are probably related. Somewhere along the way, man. You know how it is. We need to do one of them 23andMe things. Man. Somewhere along the way. We all related somehow.
Yeah.
Believe that.
Is your family all based from Texas?
Yes.
Okay. We're probably not related.
All your peeps in North Carolina?
No, they're all from Alabama. It was two brothers. One went to, stayed up in Alabama, the Birmingham area, and the other one ended up going to Tennessee. So a lot of times, if it's that, like Xavier Scruggs, former baseball player, like I think there may be some lineage right there with him. Okay. But you know.
Nah, we from right here.
Oh, okay. No, we ain't from here, man. We ain't from here.
Okay. Texas born and bred. Let's go.
There you go. All right, Cowboys, Packers, 325. At some point in time, the Packers go win a game again, okay?
Not this Sunday.
As a player, when you see a team is on a 5-game losing streak, we just showed you Rasul Douglas, his quote to the media is, "We suck because we suck."
Damn. We suck.
How do you not allow this to be a trap game? What's the mentality that you go with as a football team with the Cowboys as you go up to Green Bay?
Man, that quote is remarkable.
Yes,
we suck because we suck. But no, man, I think this team, the Dallas Cowboys, I think they got a group of leaders on their squad, including, Dak and all them boys and Mark McCarthy. He's got them in the right state of mind where they don't overlook anybody. Last year it came to that Denver game. There was a couple games where they kind of overlooked them thinking, we got this. But this year it just hasn't been that way. It hasn't been that way, and they've gotten up and they've gotten prepared for each and every game that they've played in so far this year. So I don't think they're going to overlook Green Bay, especially going to Green Bay. You got a guy named Aaron Rodgers over there who's having a down year, but he can always come through and bite you in the ankle. So to me, I don't think they're going to overlook it. But when you look at Green Bay as a whole, man, they don't have they don't have a pass rush anymore. They lost their main guy. What was his name? Rashad Gary, I think.
Yeah, Rashad Gary.
They had 17 sacks on the season. He had 6 of them. He's gone. He's gone. He led this team in pass rush, TFLs, all that. So when you look at it overall, man, I just think the Cowboys, I think they handle this game and they get it done by halftime, if I'm being honest. Even though I know they got Aaron Rodgers over there, and I know he's a bad man. He is. He's a bad man. But when you ain't got the receiving core to do damage, you ain't got a pass rush defensively, I think it's going to be a long one for Green Bay out there, man.
Yeah, man, y'all know how I feel about it, man. I think you got to put them out of their misery. This is a team that's already reeling. All this Aaron Rodgers stuff, as much as I love him, as much as he's had a great career, I think some of the stuff that he's doing in the media, man, is just putting a bad light on him as a player. And I hate to see guys mess their legacy up, and I don't know if he has. I don't know if they'll be forgiven of him of all the stuff that he's done to his teammates and to the franchise with all of this stuff, man. But I think you want to go up there and you want to hit them in their mouth immediately. You don't want to waste no time. You don't want to play around with them. You don't want to let them languish, hang around, put them out of it. And if it's over by halftime, man, I'm happy with that.
It can't be like Detroit. It can't be like, how Detroit, we let them kind of hang around a little bit too long, then we separated. If you let Aaron Rodgers hang around that long, he's going to find a way. He's going to find a way to make it a game. So, like you said, you got to stomp on their necks and stomp on their necks early.
And this is one where, yes, the players have to play, but this also comes to the coach. You got to have them ready to go. McCarthy, after that San Francisco playoff loss, talked about, thought the guys were a little jittery, thought they were a little bit nervous. I mean, so these guys have to be ready for this game and to understand that there is something that this is a part of the process. But if they keep going down this road, you're going to find yourself in a position to play some pretty meaningful football games. But you got to handle it this week.
No, and they've got to be looking at it that way. And the bigger question, I think, heading into tomorrow and Sunday, is Zeke going to be available? If he doesn't play, what's going to be the game plan without him? Do they approach it the same way that they did in the Chicago game? And they've had some success there. I do believe that Tony Pollard is, a great back. He can get that, maybe get to that 18 carry threshold. Maybe this is the game. Malik Davis has to be there as well, but I think you have to see another facet of your passing game open up as well. Because, look, we're not counting Green Bay out, but I think that they may be more of a challenge than we're giving them credit for. And if Dak Prescott can stretch the field with CD, they can get some underneath stuff with Tony Pollard in the passing game as well. Man, this put him to bed early.
That's it.
Something we haven't spoken about here very much, which is also a testament of the player. I talked about Dak pretty much all week long.
No.
He came back from the first game, and there was rust. Came back second game, looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the third game. And he's had a bye week. More time to rest the thumb and get healthy. I'm expecting Dak Prescott to go ahead and put on a show. Because this is the week to put on a show and get yourself, once again, ready for a potential statement game with implications of home field. You think about it. They got Minnesota, they got Philadelphia left on their schedule. Handle your business correctly. You could be sitting in the top spot.
Good.
With a bye. With a bye. Remember, they've changed it around now with the schedule. Get yourself a bye.
Only one gets it now.
This is a pretty valuable chip to have. If you can take a week off for your football team, considering that, it's the playoffs and you played and you said, hey, man, nobody's healthy at the end. So this is a potential. So anyway, it's a whole lot to get to. This is the fun time of the year. It's November. It's 3 games in 12 days. Make sure we say that enough right here on the Players Lounge. You've got this game. You got Minnesota. Then you got Thanksgiving against the Giants here. It's a good time for the Cowboys to you put three in the bag here.
No, you got to pull this out.
Going into December.
Let me ask y'all both a question. Now, you talk about, this is Dak may be ready to, kind of open things up and have a party out there. Do you think they get away from the formula that has gotten them success and gotten them to the point here, which has been, leaning on the strengths and all that? Do you think they go back to reverting to that, you can do throwing the ball all over the field?
I think you can do both. I think if you run the football proproperly, and you make Green Bay have to respect the run. Now you're talking about some play-action passing. Now you're talking about some guys potentially being able to eat out here. And because, that 2 tight end set, if you're running the ball fine, next thing you know, 2 tight end set, you release somebody like Ferguson out there, man, he want to get rolling. By the way, Ferguson says he's not a Cowboy fan. He's a Raider fan. Says, not a Cowboy. A Packers fan.
What?
Oh, I was like, hold on, man.
Slander.
No, I'm sorry. He's not a Packers fan because he went to Wisconsin, so we were thinking maybe he was a Packer. He was like, no.
Oh, okay. I would have been like, hold on,
I'm sorry.
man.
I said that wrong.
Damn,
okay. Pro Shop just took as soon as you. Oh, okay. We put him back up now.
Misspoke. But yes, he's not because that's what we kind of have these ideas for story like Ferguson going back to Green Bay and like got to get a bunch of tickets. He's like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I don't. We said my dad was a Raider fan, grew up Raider fan. He's like, and they're like, yeah, you want to play in Lambeau Field? He's like, he said it means sometimes going back to Camp Randall where Wisconsin played. Madison and Green Bay are they're not close to each other. So he's like, it's just a game for me.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
But Church, I just want to say, man, I think that when you go back and look at the go back and look at the Bears game, I think what was really effective was that play action, like you just said, effective running, making it count on first down. I think Kellen Moore did a really good job of staying balanced and not getting away from his play sheet. It's going to be important for them to do that, but it's also going to be important to get the ball into your playmakers' hands. For some reason, they haven't talked about the head-to-head matchup between Aaron Rodgers and Dak. That hadn't been the narrative going into this game. But I think at some point, that'll start to be it. And I'm sure Dak is looking for his revenge. He's had success, but that playoff loss has to linger.
Yeah,
he made a throw from ain't nobody made a throw like Aaron Rodgers made here in the playoffs. But if I'm Dak, I'm looking forward to the opportunity. And no professional player will start talking about looking ahead, but they gotta be looking forward to the Vikings. They gotta be.
All right,
wait to see it.
Hey, Thursday Night Football, Falcons-Panthers.
Oh, it's gonna be a barn burner.
Somewhere a toilet just flushed.
Jeff Bezos sick right now, man. All them Thursday games.
Do we have to pick this one?
Look.
I'm taking the Dirty Birds then. That's just it. Just what it is, man.
No, you know what, man? You DJ Moore and the Panthers, you got to go get this. Remember how they lost that game?
Yeah, DJ Moore took his helmet off.
Right, that was the game where.
Wait a minute, didn't they just play like a week ago?
Yeah, like 2 weeks, almost like 2 weeks ago. So this was the game.
And they playing again? That's crazy.
Like the
you got
NBA
this right.
Here.
They tried to do Carolina a favor, like, hey man, let's go and get back in this thing. So yes, they were gonna. It was a crazy throw from.
PJ Walker, right?
From PJ. It was a crazy throw from PJ Walker. DJ Moore catches it. He's excited. He gets up, takes off his helmet,
crazy.
Flag 15 yards, and then smart move by Arthur Smith and the Falcons. They're like, nah, we're not going to tack it on to the kickoff. Go ahead, back this dude up. So it became a 48-yard PAT, which he missed. They go into overtime, and then they end up the Panthers lose. So, yes, that was 2 games ago. So they lost that game 37-34 in overtime. Then they got the brakes beat off by the Bengals.
Man, that was bad.
And now the Panthers get the Falcons at home.
I never understood the take the helmet off celebration. Like, I just never understood that one.
Bet he understand it now.
Yeah, he does.
Bet he understand it
Boy,
now.
we got a rule in this house, in my house. Boy, take your helmet off. Do some excessive celebrating if you want to.
It's craziness.
Well, you won't see the light of day.
It's all about me.
Sounds like child abuse, sir.
Say, dog, you need to really slow down, bro. You need to spray some of that.
What is going on, man? That was supposed to be the positive.
Yeah, dog. Something's up with you, dog. You've been all week. All week, man. Sounds like child abuse. Yeah. Sounds like child abuse. Yo, where we at with this, man? Where we at, man? Like, for real. You want to pick the game or what? I'm done. Pick the game, dog. Come on, man.
I'm with you. You said Falcons, right?
I'm Falcons, man.
Falcons.
Give me Carolina, man.
Why?
I can't pick wrong, man. I might as well just go ahead off the top rope with it then, man. Let's wrap this thing.
I'll see you guys Tuesday, okay?
Man, you're a trip,
I'm
man.
see you guys Tuesday.
Cold world, man.
Now Friday.
If them people show up at my doorstep, I'm going to know something. I'm going to know something.
I got you, man.
No, you don't.
I'm
No, you
I'm
don't.
going to stand up for you.
No,
man.
you don't.
Louis Scruggs.
Man, bye.
Breaking news. Harrison Fan Church. I'm Louis Scruggs. Media Mass coming your way top of the hour right here on DallasCowboys.com radio.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!